Hi, welcome to Matt's Garage. Many of you know I've gotten the Scout running, but it doesn't idle well at all, and it dies at idle. And I've been trying to troubleshoot what it is. I have a theory, and that's what we're going to test out today. And the reason I came up with this theory is that it just does not want to be tuned at idle. Sometimes it idles, and sometimes it doesn't, and the idle air control surges on and off. Like it's always hunting for equilibrium. That's usually a symptom of a vacuum leak, but I know there's no vacuum leaks in any of the usual suspect places, meaning the hoses and connections and all that, and the throttle body, like underneath the throttle and between the throttle and the manifold. What if I don't have a vacuum leak? How can I have a vacuum leak? And I started thinking about the controlled vacuum leaks, which brought me to the Pcv valves. This is the Pcv valve that the Chevy, that I put on the Chevy engine. It's sort of a bog standard Pcv valve with the pintle valve in it. And the way this works is, at idle you have the most vacuum. So it sucks that pintle valve up and restricts it. But then as you lose vacuum, it opens up more until it gets no more. So there's like a curve. Like at idle, it's restricted, and then it opens up, and then at no idle, it's totally closed. So again, it goes like that. So this is functioning properly, but it goes up and down based on vacuum. So I started thinking, well, how is the IAC going to know what's going on, right? Because it's going to try to find an equilibrium, and then the vacuum will change, and then that'll change, and it'll just always be hunting for a variable that it can't control. So I looked it up, and Chevy started using in 05 these you can see right through it. See that? You can see my skin. So this is just a fixed orifice Pcv valve. It's supposed to help with blow by and like fuel oil consumption. They don't recommend it on carbureted applications because theoretically, if you had a backfire through the carburetor, it could chase down the hose through here and then ignite your crankcase, which would be suboptimal. But what it does do is give you a fixed amount of a vacuum leak, a fixed vacuum leak, which I think would be better for the ECU. I have no idea. So either this has been a total waste of time and $1.20, or it's going to solve my problem and the Scout will be running perfectly. Oh, wish me luck, boys. One of the challenges with this is that the fixed orifice Pcv valve, none of them come with the 90, but it's basically the same fitting as a regular Pcv valve. So you just need to heat this up and then get it and then pop it off. Yeah. Okay, it's on. All right, perfect. So switch over done. Switch over complete, and actually it gives you a nice shot into that pintle valve. No way I can film it, but you can see it. So this is my new PCV. Let's get it on there. So I just put the PCV back in here. So I've already checked the catch can to make sure that's not a source of a vacuum leak. I basically took the hose that goes to the Pcv valve and the hose that goes to the spacer here, and put my thumb over it and sucked it, and it held a vacuum. So that's not an issue. What else did I do? I just sort of made sure all my throttle plates were set back to 0 now that I'm trying this new technique. it's pretty much ready to fire up. Nope, still runs like crap. It has its moments. Now it feels like just ignition scattered, but it's crazy that might have made a difference. I tried to reset the fuel curves, maybe that didn't work. So I'm gonna try to reset the fuel curves again, go drive it, log it, send it to Norm and see if he can figure out what's going on. And then I think I'm gonna post the dirt cheap fuel injection system for sale and hopefully cover the cost of a carburetor fuel pressure regulator and just go back to a carb. I mean, at this point, I'm like, how much time can I spend trying to get a car that should run running? It's very frustrating, very frustrating. EFI, it just solves all your problems, except it doesn't.